What is up, my beautiful Cancer fam? It's your girl Gemma Jade, and I am going to be filming your oracle reading for the month of September in 2021 and going through the end of January. Just a few things to keep in mind. I am new at this, so I'm hoping as time goes on, I won't be reading from the book. I'll get to know the cards better. If you are a Cancer sun, I would advise you to also check out my videos for your moon and rising sign as well, because you can get a fuller picture of what's going on in the situation by watching all three videos. And that's with tarot too. So I'm a Pisces sun, Libra moon, Aries rising. So whenever I watch tarot on YouTube, I always watch Pisces, Libra, and Aries. And again, it gives me a fuller picture. Also, keep in mind that oracle is timeless, in my opinion, just like tarot. So while these messages should be for the end of August and the month of September 2021, they could come at any time, but I'm thinking going forward, like maybe in the next 3 months. I try to be as accurate and clear as possible. I have your spirit guides, your ancestors, spirit animals, plus mine, and everybody just coming through, the universe guiding me, spirit, right? So I'm going to give you all of the information, whether it's good or it's bad. I've been ruminating over 6 decks for each sign every time I read, and the shapeshifter deck is what popped out for you. So like I said, I do read from the book and then give you intuitive messages. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave behind the rest. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your message, but like I said, check out your moon and rising signs, and I'm sure you will get something that you know was meant for you. The message is always for somebody. Even the weirdest thing that pops up, I'll get at least, 5 people that are like, oh, that must have been for me. So I know I'm doing something right here. Also, take things how they resonate. Like if I'm talking about a business situation where, a third party was brought in to kind of steal your job or something, but in a romantic situation, you found out you were cheated on, that was a third party situation. Obviously, take it as it resonates, right? And remember, oracle is meant to impel, not compel. You have to get up, get out, and do the work. I'm a little bit nervous. These are my first round of videos, and they've been a little short, and some of them have been a little awkward because the messages weren't that positive. But again, this isn't the happy oracle. This is the intuitive oracle with Gemma Jade. So I think that's what I'm going to call it. All right, let's see any messages from the universe, from the spirit guides, ancestors, spirit animals, because we are using the shapeshifter deck for Cancer. My beautiful Cancer peeps, my moody crabs. Whoa, got cards coming out. I mean, they just keep pop-a-lopping out here. Pop-a-lopping? I make up words. Also, I have a really great setup and background coming for the oracle reading. It's just going to take me a little time. I was just randomly compelled to start doing this like a week ago, so I just grabbed a bunch of my decks, and here I am. So bear with me, which I know you guys will. The comments are off, so take that. All right, Cancer, let's see what we got here. These cards are jumping all over the place, just dying to get their message out. Your first card, Cancer, is Fiona and the Unicorn, the gift of sacred sight. Butterflies in gloom, after sadness, happiness, and hope return. And dragonfly mermaids, you've attracted wonderful news. These all seem like really great cards, Cancer. I can't wait to see this reading. Fiona and the Unicorn, and I'm sorry if there's a glare from my lights. Unicorns help us choose between what is pure and what is polluted. The unicorn's alicorn, a spiral horn holding the divine ratio and perfect proportions within it, connects directly to their third eye. At this time, many messages are being drawn directly to your third eye, and so your clairvoyant capacity is growing and opening. This may sometimes be disturbing for you. You may experience flashes of light at night as though lightning is striking behind your closed eyelids. You will also be able to see the colors and energies around beings, even see who their guides and etheric companions are as well. The fairy with the unicorn is magical too. She is learning the secrets of speaking with the crystals. With your eyes open, it is likely you will begin to see another world superimposed over this one. Energy will form shapes around people, objects, plants, and even buildings. You will see colors in energy fields, orbs, and entities, and you are able to see what once you could not. For a time, this could lead to confusion, disrupted sleep, and a feeling that perhaps you may not be of sound mind. But this is not true. The unicorn and I are here to guide you through this time. The unicorn will help purify the energy that comes close to you and advises you to drink a great deal of water as you go through this process of the third eye opening widely. You will sometimes feel trapped in a world where you receive too many visions to make sense of, and this will pass, and we will help you through this stage. Ask us what you need to know, and we will do our best to translate the images you are seeing. The energies you are able to glimpse so clearly now into words you are able to understand. It is not the time to give into fear and banish this visionary experience. Accepting it will lead to great healing and the ability to help others. While your third eye is opening, it may be helpful to work with a crystal, to work outside of the fairies in their natural habitat, and to experience pure and beautiful visions to balance the other stranger and sometimes harsh images you will see. Take time to see into nature, and this opening will not be traumatic. It may be strange and difficult at times, but it will become natural and pleasurable, and what you see with your spirit eye will be pleasant for you to experience. A great many visions will come to you. Stay hydrated and keep a record of what you see. You may begin to create spirit paintings, capturing those spirit visions with pen, color, and canvas. You are not losing your mind. You have been gifted with sacred sight. So, obviously, not for all of you are going to be having your third eye opened up, but having the unicorn be one of your spirit animals at this time, because they do change, is just amazing intuition. It's the best time for intuition. It's the best time for writing down dreams, right? Intuitive dreaming. Cancer, you're normally very psychic and intuitive, I think, especially with those closest to you, like almost uncannily so. So if this is something you're interested in, reading oracle, reading tarot, you know, regular divination, runes, whatever it may be, now is definitely the time to get started on that. But if you're not really into that kind of stuff, what this is basically saying is trust your intuition now more than ever. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're in love with the love of your life and your intuition is telling you that person's cheating, obviously find proof, but definitely look for that proof, because your intuition is on point. As far as seeing auras, what this is saying is your third eye is just way more open while you have the unicorn guiding with you, and the unicorn fairy guiding you, I mean. So definitely do not ignore dreams. If you get messages in your head, this is a card of your psychicness really coming into play. All of this stuff that's been happening with me, and I'm a Pisces, is going to be happening to you, being just compelled to do things to help people. If you're in, you know, whatever your career may be, I think this is saying also not so much that you're going to have to go out and be a psychic or start using crystals. I mean, you definitely should. You should be out spending time with Mother Nature under the moonlight, right? Soaking in the rays of the moon, Cancer, for sure. If you can do it while on the beach, even better. If you can skinny dip in your pool, even better. Be one with nature. Be out there naked if you can be, right? Don't get yourself in trouble. I'm just saying, and then be like, Gemma Jade said to be naked in public. No, in the privacy of maybe your backyard or your pool or whatever, if you can. If not, go out and stand barefoot in the soil, like I tell people all the time, underneath the moonlight, and picture yourself with breathing in bright white light and it just shooting out of you as you breathe out, and roots like tree roots going down through the bottom of your heels into the ground and setting just like a tree does. Guys, pay attention to your dreams. Write them down. Now would definitely be the time to start any kind of new adventure, new career, going out and dating. If you haven't dated in a while, now would be the time to try and spice up your love life with your significant other if you have one. Now is the time for taking action, because you're going to be so on point with your intuition that it's like you can do no wrong basically at this time, as long as you use it for right. I would tell others what I'm picking up on them if you could. Anything you can do to help other people, taking on new adventures. Like I said, if you've been waiting for a long time to start a business, maybe now is the time to think about doing that. Also, while you're going to be getting, I'm getting intuitively a lot of attention from outside sources. Maybe you're going to be on YouTube. I don't know. I doubt many of you are going to be famous. I mean, maybe you're going to be, but just keep an eye on the people you love most and keep them closest to you. Don't let all of this adventure go to your head, so to speak. make sure that you at least stay a little bit grounded. I mean, there's plenty of time for that. It's exciting that the unicorn is going to be one of your spirit animals for a short time. So go out, take chances. This is a card of taking risks. All right, Cancer. So just make sure you check in with your intuition, not your heart, not your mind, your intuition before you, do make any rash decisions. And what I would do also is keep an eye out for the number 29, because that, if you see it on a license plate in front of you, if you see it at the end of a phone number, that means that your unicorn guide is with you, and it's okay to take the chance. The answer is yes in that moment. Butterflies in gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope return. Butterflies in gloom come to you when you've lost sight of your blessings and begun to feel sorry for yourself. Humans can become obsessed with finding a cause for our suffering, and we blame others and ourselves without knowing that transcending this desire to feel sorry for ourselves is an essential part of our escape from suffering and our bridge into a more evolved consciousness. It is arguable that the wild things are already on the other side of this bridge, as they do not feel sorry for themselves. No matter how much we evolve, there will be lessons. It is important to know that our great life themes, boundaries, or guides, as they are known in the Celtic tradition, will create lessons for us, and that at times these lessons may be very hurtful or challenging. But as we evolve higher, not higher in a hierarchical sense, but in a less take everything personally sense, we will experience less fear. Evolution is practice and change. A less evolved being will make all situations personal, seek revenge, or to balance the situation, make the world fit inside his story. An evolved being looks at how the world is feeding her internalized story back to her. An evolved person understands that it is not personal. An evolved person makes adjustments, does the work on healing the self, actively seeks out opportunities to practice these new actions, and in doing so learns the lesson. The evolved person then lets go and moves on, but the wisdom of the lesson is never forgotten. The wisdom is lived and practiced each day as naturally as breathing, as naturally as a caterpillar changes into a butterfly. Life and changing will hurt, not all the time, though you do not have to struggle or make it tougher than it needs to be. In resisting what brings you fear, you empower fear and suffering over and over and over again until your fear of fear is so immense, you will talk yourself out of anything that could lead to disappointment. Every chance you take may bring that, but it is worth doing anyway. Humans and other beings fear bad news. When we receive good news, we become frightened of what its implications may be. We resent bad luck, but when we have good fortune, we worry no one will like us and others will become jealous. It is natural to have these thoughts and feelings, but it is not healthy or natural to allow them to direct or to determine our choices. They are the most unreliable indicators of where the most growth and evolution lies for us. You have hidden away from change long enough, afraid to hurt, but you have been hurt anyway. Now hope returns, and along with her, welcomes back your courage. So, okay, this card I told you is a card of taking chances, and this card is telling you the same thing. You need to get over whatever pain it was that you were stuck in, and really sit and think about the lesson in it. Because you're going to know deep down, how did you grow from this? You're going to know the changes that are inside of you, right? You know, whether you want to admit it or not, if you went through a really horrible breakup or divorce or loss of a business, or whatever, if you lost your job, whatever happened that made you so incredibly jaded, you need to understand that the caterpillar doesn't want to go turn into mush and become a butterfly. But at the end of the day, once it's a butterfly, it's like, wow, I'm really glad that happened to me, right? For lack of a better way of explaining. So if you can get over whatever this was and understand that these things happen to everybody, you're kind of in this woe is me kind of phase. And this is kind of saying in September, you're going to be pulling out of that with the help of your little butterfly guides. And that's when the unicorn is going to step in. And you're going to, this makes a lot more sense now. This is kind of saying that don't go from one extreme to the other. Don't go from being completely blocked out and not wanting to do anything fun and like, woe is me, to, getting involved with things that are addictive. I keep getting that for some reason with this card. Take it slow, take it easy, but take risk and take chances. This card says it too. You need to take risks. You need to take chances. You need to get out of this slump that you're in. You were hurt. It hurt badly, but it happens to all of us. And at the end of the day, we are here on earth for our soul's growth. Not us as human beings, our souls, not the outer shell of the body, but our souls. Our soul's greater good, our highest good. So get out of this slump and get moving, get working on you. Do something crazy, you know, find a job that you really love but you never thought you would have. This is a card of taking risks. You now have the unicorn guides and the butterflies who just turned from caterpillars guiding you. So you're going to be okay if you make sure to take chances. You're never going to have any opportunities come towards you into your life if you just sit stagnant in the cocoon and never come out. If the caterpillar never came out of the cocoon, they would never know that they're now a beautiful butterfly. Dragonfly Mermaid, you've attracted wonderful news. Dragonfly Mermaid is coming forward to be with you for a time. She will show you what colors and what moods will be best for you at present. In doing so, you make a change that all can see and that will make you very attractive to something that will come as a surprise. By matching the energy of that which you will attract before it has come near to you, you will send out a message to the universe, and the good fortune that has been looking for a home will be drawn to you. Dragonflies leave their blessings with those who treasure them, so you are about to receive their gifts because they know you are a joyful, blissful, bright, and beautiful recipient. You are about to receive good news quite out of the blue. This message truly has a touch of magic about it, and once it arrives, you will feel yourself glowing with happiness, health, and the satisfaction of great good fortune. It is something that comes to you via a dragonfly magical companion, so when you see me, know the news is near. Also know that these tidings contain brightness and shimmering rainbow colors, bringing joy not just to you, but to many others too. This is blissful change, the kind that feels like pure luck, but again, remember that you drew it out to you by shifting and changing the way you are. Your newfound brightness and optimism made you very attractive to this piece of good fortune, so it has now found you. There will be a bright piece of beautiful luck, shining and golden and full of vibrancy. It will offer you energy, confirmation, and validation, and is a blessing from the universe. It is not a reward for your changes, but know that it is utterly connected to the striving you have made to drop judgment, ego, and other harmful feelings and habits. And as a result, you too are glowing with beauty. Expect more and more beauty to find you now. There will be fresh challenges along the way, but magic is all around you, and your auric field and life force themselves are highly attractive to wonderful events, people, and possibilities right now. Stay on course. All is working beautifully. Changing the clothes and the colors you wear and including pleasing sacred objects in your environment will change your energy and attract more of the same. So yeah, you need to get out of this slump. This, like I said, woe is me, poor, pitiful me personality. I'm just getting intuitively, because once you do, you are going to be on this incredibly magic journey, and you may very well end up being psychic and seeing auras. That's two cards that mentioned auric fields, right? So really pay attention to that. Pay attention to the flashes of light behind your eye. Like if you smack your third eye, I know it sounds crazy, you will see a flash of white light every single time, because that's the glands opening up. That's you opening up your senses. And there are meditations where you actually do that. I do it before I read to become more intuitive, to open up that third eye. But the main thing here is getting out of this slump, which I think in September you are going to be. I mean, by the time the middle of September hits, you are going to be way out of this. You are going to realize that the reason you had to go into that cocoon, it was necessary for you to do that to heal. But once you came out of butterfly, you were like, man, look at me. I'm a beautiful butterfly. Now you have the unicorns with you. You're flying all around. You're taking all kinds of chances and risks, but smartly. You're not, you know, being reckless, but you're getting into something new. You are about to embark on a journey of something you never thought you would be interested in, you never thought possible, you never thought you'd have the opportunity, but you do have the opportunity now. As soon as you pull yourself out of that card that I just threw there, as soon as you pull yourself out of this, which like I said, you are going to just thrive. You're still going to have, you know, the normal human problems like we all do, but with these protectors surrounding you, the butterfly, the unicorn, the dragonfly, right? Two species of insect who are beautiful and majestic and in flight, and that's you. So if you see a dragonfly, as the book said, also know you're on the right course. Be on the lookout for the number 29. That's your lucky number this month, I guess. And after pain and heartbreak, you know, after every storm, there's a rainbow and there's sun. So always remember that you do have companions, you do have people who love you. But as far as what's spiritually around you, you are so blessed right now to have the dragonfly, the butterfly, and the unicorn, and even the mermaid. Let's pull an oracle of the mermaid card to try to pull this all together. It's basically, you know, prosperity after tragedy, just moving forward and knowing that the pain was all for a reason, and the growth of our soul for our soul's highest good was absolutely necessary here. Okay, Cancer, absolutely necessary. The pain that you're either going through is about to end, and end for good, and you are not going to look back either. You are not going to look back. This card popped out, endurance. Keep going, keep moving forward. Come out of that cocoon, come out, because the possibilities are endless. And if you're into, you know, intuitiveness and magic and aura reading and card reading, keep moving forward, keep going. Do not give up. Swim against the tide. It's not going to be for very long. Cancer, that's all I had for you. I hope that this made sense. And if you want a personal reading with me, the email for that will be in my description box. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.